Coming up on Winning Bets, we've got 2 races this weekend on the NASCAR circuit, so that means a chance to win $70,000. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's our weekly NASCAR episode where we preview the NASCAR's race, and then we also submit our picks for a chance to win $25,000 and $10,000 on 2 platforms. But oh no, wait, there's 2 races this weekend. The boys are running Saturday and Sunday, so give me a chance to win $35,000 on Saturday and another $35,000 on Sunday. It's going to be a fantastic week. You guys know my research is getting dialed in. We almost cashed last week that $10,000. You guys remember I predicted stage 1 right, 2 right, final stage right. I got the winner of the race right, and I just flipped the 2nd and 3rd place finish. I had the drivers right. I just flip-flopped them. We're a flip-flop, guys. That's how close we are to cashing $10,000. We're a flip-flop away from it. So let's dial into it and let's do it. You guys also recall we getting that race winner right last week. I've hit like 4 of the last 7 winners, maybe 4 of the last 6 winners. So we're just dialed in here on the research here on NASCAR. This week they're running at Dover. That's a 1-mile track. It's got a really, really high bank of a track. You really got to be good on, conserving your tires and not letting, them getting worn down too much. So it's going to take a really good driver here to pull out this win. This is, like I said, a 1-mile track. These guys are on the gas on the straightaways for about 3 seconds, and then they got a 3-4 seconds somewhere around that range, and then they're coming right back into their braking to go into the bank. So just a fascinating race. As you guys know, my research, I look at everything, form, starting pole, but then I also look at the race and this racetrack, and I look at the last 6 races, which gives us their last 3 years. What does their latest history say at Dover, which is Dover International Speedway, where they're at this weekend? So when I give you my research, all this data is taking account of just the last 6 races, unless I specify maybe the driver is new or whatever, maybe sat a race out, whatever had you. So anyways, let's jump on into it. Let's go to the NBC Sports Predictor app. That's the one where you can win $10,000. That's the one where you got to stage 1, 2, in the final stage. You got to pick the driver that's going to finish best in each of those stages amongst the ones they give you. Then you just got to predict the top 3. That's it. 6 easy, simple questions. That's how close we were, guys. Let's do it. Let's this be the week. All right. So this is going to be for Saturday's entry on the NBC Sports Predictor app. Saturday's entry. I cannot stress that enough. This is just for Saturday. All right, stage 1, the first 70 laps of the race. I'm going to go ahead and get it to Brad Keselowski. He starts 7th. He's got 2 top 10s, 5 top 20s. He's led 213 laps. He's got an average finish of 15.17 while starting in 10th, and his rating is 92 at this track. He's got a 92 rating at this track. Absolutely outstanding. So give me Brad Keselowski there in stage 1. In stage 2, give me Chase Elliott, fresh off a win last week. He's also got a win at this track. He's got 4 top 5s, 5 top 20s. He's led 294 laps. He's got an average finish of 10.5, and his rating at this track is 97.3. Man, Elliott loves him some Dover. All right, in the final stage, let's go to Kevin Harvick. He's got 1 win, 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, 6 top 20s. All his races, all 6 are in the top 20. He's led 453 laps. He's got an average finish of 6.83 and a rating of 120.2. The guy is killing it at Dover. Can't mess with Harvick at Dover. Man. All right, so top 3. Obviously, if I got Kevin Harvick doing the final stage, I've got Kevin Harvick as my winner. That's exactly what we're going to do. Kevin Harvick has been awesome all season, really, especially out of this restart. So he obviously likes his track. So let's go Harvick to win. Let's go 2nd place. Let's go Truex Jr. Truex Jr. at this racetrack. He's got 1 win, 5 top 5s, 6 top 20s, an average finish of 4.83. My man has led 300 laps, and his rating is 118.4. I've got Truex Jr. going 2nd place. If you got Truex Jr. going 1st, I can't argue with you too much. I think it's between Harvick and Truex Jr. this week. Rounding out my top 3 is going to be Chase Elliott. It's going to be a really fascinating race, how these top guys battle it out here for the win. So to recap, let's go Keselowski, Elliott, Harvick, and then let's go Harvick, Truex Jr., and Elliott. And I can't stress enough, these picks are only for Saturday, okay? There's no way I could sit here and give you Sunday's projections right now. Because look at the question there for stage 1 when I give you Brad Keselowski. I mean, he's got fantastic numbers. There's a reason we picked Keselowski, but he also starts 7th. That's the best starting position amongst guys he's pitted up against that group. So how could I even give you Sunday's picks right now without knowing the starting grid? I just can't do that. So look, these picks were only for Saturday. Come back Saturday night, watch another video. I'll give you Sunday's picks. It'll be fun. I'll probably have a couple drinks in me by then because it's the weekend and that's what you do. And it's Saturday and it'll be Saturday night. So I'll definitely have a couple drinks in me. So it'll be a good old time. We'll come back in and we'll get our picks in for Sunday's race Saturday night. Now, let's go to the finish line app. That's a chance where you can win $25,000. This is the one where they give you 6 groups. You've got to pick the best driver to finish amongst the group. Then you've also got to pick a winner, and you've got to pick somebody to finish in second place. This, guys, I will give you both of them because they don't ask you any. They ask you all of these results, and all the questions are at the end of the race. And to me, it doesn't matter where you start. If I like your pedigree, if you start in the back, I believe over the course of the race, you can get to the front. So let's do Saturday first, but keep in mind, whatever I give you for Sunday, when I come back on Saturday night's video and I give you the picks for NBC Sports Predictor, we may modify Sunday picks based on Saturday's results if we've got to do any modification if guys do better or worse than what we thought. So here's the picks for Saturday only. All right, Group 1, Harvick. Already given you all the reasons why I like Harvick, so let's move on to Group 2. Group 2, let's go Kyle Busch. Man, it makes me so nervous saying Kyle Busch. The guy is just finding ways to lose, but he loves this track. He's got 1 win, 4 top 10s. He's led 71 laps, an average finish of 12.67, and he himself has his driver rating of 99.9 at Dover. So a guy that really likes this track. I just hope his bad luck just doesn't burn me here. The guy just seems like he's inventing new ways to lose. I'm not sure what he was doing last week, driving so hard in the beginning of that race and chewing up his tires and then, kind of crashing there towards the end. So the guy is just inventing ways of coming up and losing. But hopefully, he is showing signs of improvement, and that's why I don't have a problem picking him, because while he is, fumbling at the end and having a good result slip out of his hands, he is doing well. And I think at the end of the day, Kyle Busch can come through for us. So let's move on to Group 3. With this one here, we're going to go with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's got 1 win, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, average finish of 11.83. He's got a driver rating of 91.6, and it just feels like with Jimmy Johnson, time is kind of running out. He's on his farewell, tour here. He's going to retire at the end of the season, and time is just running out if he's going to get that elusive win to end his, storied and really spectacular career. And he's actually got, like I said, he's got a win here at this track, but it's also his last win is at this track. So maybe the good vibes will be coming back here for Jimmy Johnson, and he can do us a solid, and he can go ahead and be best amongst this group. All right, let's go on to Group 4. Let's go with Eric Jones. He's got 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, 6 top 20s. He's got no real terrible finish. If he's got all of his finishes in the top 20, that means he hasn't really done bad here at this track in the last 6 races. I like that, with an average finish of 11.67, and his driver rating is 87.5. All right, Group 5, let's go with Michael McDowell. And after analyzing analyzing and comparing the drivers' stats here amongst the competitors here in this group, this is just a gut call with McDowell. There's not a whole lot separating these guys. I like how McDowell's been riding over the last few weekends. So it's just more of a gut call because the stats don't really stand out in McDowell's favor, but like the way he's been running, so give me Michael McDowell. In Group 6, this group is always so painful. This group is literally like, who's going to F up the worst? When you get to Group 6, all these guys are going to F up. It's just who's going to F up the worst when it comes to these guys. I'm actually going to go with Daniel Suarez, and man, it just sounds so painful. This guy has burned us, but listen to this. Listen to these stats, actually, for Daniel Suarez. He's got 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, 6 top 20s. So again, no terrible race. All of his finishes are here in the top 20. He's got an average finish of 8.67, which is 3rd best. In the last 6 races, he's got the 3rd best average finish of 8.67 and a driver rating of 87.5. Are you kidding me? Everybody else in this group is terrible. Suarez is terrible, but man, he seems to really like Dover, so give me Suarez here in Group 6. All right, so for our winner, we already know from the Predictor app, we're going Harvick. We already know from the Predictor app, we're going Truex Jr. for 2nd place. So we'll just move on. So to recap, let's go Harvick, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Michael McDowell, Daniel Suarez, Kevin Harvick, and Truex Jr. All right, that's how we'll round that out. So let's go now to Sunday. This is how we'll do Sunday, but again, we can always modify it if we need be. After looking at Saturday's results, if we've got to tinker with this, I'll include these changes in Saturday night's video when I give you all the picks for the NBC Sports Predictor app. The drivers vary slightly in this group, so let's just run through it. Let's go Group 1, Harvick. We already know the reasons. Group 2, let's go Chase Elliott. We already know all the reasons. Group 3, let's go Clint Bowyer for Group 3. He's got 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, an average finish of 15.5, and a driver rating of 91.5 on this track. Group 4, let's go Eric Jones. We already know the reason. Group 5, we're going Michael McDowell for the same reasons. And Group 6, again, it's the crap amongst the crap. Who's going to be the least crappiest? This time we give the honor to Ty Dillon. Come on down, Ty Dillon. You've got 1 top 20 in this racetrack. Congratulations, you pulled it off. Group 6, always so predictable. Just be cool, Ty Dillon, and don't wreck like all these other bums will probably wreck. We've got the winner. We're going Harvick again. Second place, we're going Truex Jr. again. So to recap for Sunday, we're going Harvick, Elliott, Bowyer, Jones, McDowell, Dillon, Harvick, Truex Jr., all subject to change depending on how Saturday's race goes. All right, guys, I'm really pumped. You guys know I pour in so much time into this research here into this NASCAR. We're so close. Maybe this is the week it cashes. I also like some head-to-head racing bets that I'm going to put on my normal show where we just talk about real money bets. So look for those. Let's just have a good weekend in Dover, good Saturday, good Sunday, and let's cash those bets. Will we do that? All right, guys, I'm Jason Mattis. See you on the next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.